What's up, everybody? DeAngelo here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So we got another powerful video for you guys. We're going to be going over how you guys can use your data from the Oryx network to create a profitable campaign over here on Facebook. Now, keep in mind, obviously, you have to run a campaign before you gather data. Like the data isn't just going to be there. Like that's what you would call a winning campaign and stuff like that, where you find out all that data before you even run a campaign. So the data that's in this account here isn't going to be in your account if you're approved for the to be a beta tester or whatnot. All right, so just wanted to make that clear or whatnot. Like the data isn't just there. Like you have to actually go through and run traffic, get data, then use that data to create a profitable campaign. All right, so let's jump right into this. So first thing you're going to do is log into your account. Then you're going to go down to detailed stats. Then you're going to go to lead logs. And then you're going to go to completed leads because we don't care about clicks. I mean, you can create a campaign based around clicks. Like if you're getting a lot of clicks from like Houston, for example, you can just run a campaign over there just to see what would happen. The worst thing that can happen is that you have an unprofitable campaign. But that's your whole thing as a marketer. You just want to test everything out, right? So now we got everything, doing pretty decent right here. So let's just type in Denver. All right, so we got, what do we got? We got 2 for Denver. We got New York. Got 2 for New York. All right, so let's just start building out our campaign here. So obviously you will want way more data than just 2, obviously, but just for this example here, let's say we have a couple hundred or whatever, right? And that's how we're getting this data here. So let's just say we're gonna, so our traffic source is going to be Facebook, and let's say we are running on, let's say we're running in New York, right? And then let's say we're going to run on Windows, and then let's say, no wait, hold on, what's our other one first? Let's just say Android, right? Since we're on Facebook here, and I know a lot of you guys just like to run that mobile. All right, so let's say Android here. Then the Chrome browser. Now we're just going to list out all the information that we have here, even if we can't use it over on Facebook, because it depends on which network you're running in. Like I said, some will give you all the stuff in the world, like all the options and everything, like everything under the sun is at your disposal. The down to like the actual device name, like everything. So it really just depends on which network you're running at. But for this example, we're just going to use Facebook. So we go running on Facebook, New York, our Android, and we're running on Chrome. And then of course we can do time. So let's just say the time here is between 8 and 6 p.m. But I know a lot of people like to run 24 hours. So let's just say 24 hours, since I know a lot of people do that, right? Let's just say you run it 24/7. And then let's just start building our campaign over here on Facebook, right? So what we're going to do, you can obviously pick whatever you want up here. So engagement, video views, traffic, whatever you want to do. I'm going to click continue. And then from here, now again, this data is going to come from your previous campaign. So obviously what I'm doing here is just pulling it out of my ass, making it up under the sun. This campaign, this right here, this section is going to come from your previous campaign. Okay, so for example here, we're using New York. Now you guys can do whatever your other one was. So if you're doing just a city, if you had it to where it was like 50 plus miles around the area, or 25 or whatever, this is your data here, not the data I'm putting on the screen. All right. And let's say you were targeting men between the ages of 18 and, I don't know, like 26. Let's say you put English here. So basically, again, this is your data here. So obviously, I'm just making up all of this stuff right here. Let's say you were targeting dogs. All right, and let's say they also were interested in cats. And then here, right? So this is going to be a really powerful one as well. So you can target by mobile, you can target by desktop, again, whatever your other one was. You don't want to run both at the same time. You want to just do one everything, okay? So this part right here, let's jump over to our little whiteboard. So we're going to run, let's say, mobile. All right, so we're going to run mobile only. Because if you aren't using tracking software, even if you are using tracking software, I just personally like to do it this way. That's just me. It's just, you make more campaigns, but it's just so much cleaner for me. At least for me, like I said, it's personally just a lot cleaner. This is the way I prefer to do things or whatnot. But then we're going to take off, the audience. We're going to take off Instagram, and we are going to take off, all that stuff. We're taking off everything but one. That's it. Just one you take off. Everything else, but you leave just one. So we're going to take off everything. All right. If you're going to have the Facebook news feed, you have just the Facebook news feed. All right. So we're going to have so we're going to have our mobile Facebook news feed. And we're going to scroll down. Now we can target just Android devices, all right? And then the OS version, again, that's going to come from your conversion. So let's just say 5.0 and higher. Where we at? Or we can. It depends on what your leagues are, right? So this says 5.1. This one says Android 8.1. 7.1. So again, it just depends on your data. So let's just say, for example, here it's 5.1 or 5.0 above. All right. Again, that's going to come from your data on your back office here. Okay. And then from there, we're going to do, let's say only when it's connected to Wi-Fi. All right. So now we got the mobile Facebook news feed. We got our operating system between 5.0 and up, and we got connected to Wi-Fi. All right, so this is what we're going to be playing around with until we find our winning campaign. Okay, so let's say this one right here didn't do as well as we thought. Then we're going to do it again. Mobile, let's say Instagram. All right, same thing. We're just changing one thing at a time. Okay, one variable. You do not want to keep changing variable after variable after variable, because now let's say we put it at Instagram and then we change this to 6.0. All right, plus. Now we don't know if it was Instagram or if it was because we changed it to this. So it might have worked on Facebook if we changed this from 5.0 to 6.0. But again, we don't know because you just changed two different variables now. All right, you need to change one variable at a time. So we leave this at the 5, and then we keep this as, the same thing as the Wi-Fi. And then, so on and so on. So then we would have the same header, same images, same text, like same landing page, same everything that we would have up here. We change one variable. Just change one variable. If you change something on your landing page, you change nothing else, or you create a whole entire new campaign. All right? Like every time you change something, you create a new campaign. That's it. You change the color from red to green on the button on your landing page. You now take the landing page and create a new campaign. Every single time you change anything, you create a new campaign. All right? That's literally what you're going to have to do every single time. And then, of course, all the rest of your stuff is, just you creating a campaign here. But yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. You got to put in some work. It sucks a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. So again, let's say we were doing this on desktop, same thing. We would change out, this right here from Android, to Windows, and let's say it was Windows 10 or Windows 8. or it was iPhone, and then whatever, like it would say it was, I think it was, let's say like 12 or something like that, or 13 or whatever, right? Basically, that's all you would have to do. Just replace one thing at a time. Every time you change one variable, you just keep changing out. I mean, you just keep creating campaigns, and you also use a new account for each campaign. Now, I know that's a little tedious as well or whatnot, but if you don't have tracking software, I mean, that's kind of what you have to do if you want it super clean. Because again, if you go through all that process of all that testing and stuff like that, and then from there, let's say you got everything going to one CPA link and you can't track the difference between them. You literally just wasted all that damn time for no reason. Like, you literally just threw all that away. So you need a different link, a unique link for every single campaign as well. So let's say you're running just 2 campaigns at a time. Let's say you got 2 accounts on your network. You got just 2 of them, okay? So then you would just deal with those 2 campaigns. Just it. Just run 2 campaigns at one time. And most people doesn't have like a huge budget if you're doing this way anyway. So 2 accounts should be more than enough for you to get by on doing this here or whatnot. So yeah, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I said, guys, if you take anything away from this video, just test one thing at a time. Do not try a million different things. If you change the landing page, you change the age difference, you change the like if you change many of the variables, you're not going to know which variable it was to give you the success. So if the campaign starts to decline or whatever the case may be, now you still have to go back and do all that testing to see where the campaign, was actually doing well at, and by that time you might miss it, or most people don't even do that because they don't know to do that. So like I said, there's a whole bunch of different factors into this. So if you have the money, I would definitely recommend just getting a tracker or whatnot, because then it'll divide all that stuff up for you. You can create new links and all that stuff. But if you don't, just use 2 separate accounts on your CPA network, and then just constantly just be testing. That's it. It's very simple. It'll save you a couple $100. Like I said, all your data is right here. So you get everything that you need. You get the time, you get the state, you get the country, you get, the platform they were on, the OS they were using, the browser. That's it. I mean, you're going to be perfectly fine with that right there. But that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learn something. Hopefully you guys apply what you just learned. Hopefully you guys made it to the end of the video, because it always kills me that people are like, oh, I want to make $100,000 a year, but they can't even watch a video that's a few minutes long. Like, there are videos out here that are hours long, and they're just jam-packed with wonderful information, stuff that'll really change people's whole campaigns, but they won't watch them. They'll spend 2 or 3 hours, binge watching some stuff on Netflix, but they can't watch something that's actually going to improve their life. Makes no sense. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not here to change people. I'm here to put the information out there. Whether you guys use it or not is completely up to you, but that's pretty much it. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff.